This is a day to celebrate Josh's life, a day to reflect on how much happiness he brought to each and every one of us. Even though by faith we know and believe in the absolute reality of heaven, and we are trusting in God's plan and care, still times like these are difficult to go through. Departures like Joshua's are times of testing, of breaking hearts, and of softening. Our tears flow and our hearts are heavy, knowing that in this life we will no longer be able to experience Josh with his joys and struggles, his abundant laughter, his tears, his thirst for understanding. Those special things about Josh which did us all so much good. We all have been touched by Josh in some way. Admittedly, at just the age of 7, Josh taught me so much about living. Most importantly, he taught me to hold faith in the most difficult of times. Over the last several months, I have heard my sister Jenny speak of hope with a new meaning. Day after day, Jenny and John, and all of us here today experienced how Josh believed in himself, always having hope when times were most difficult. Josh has taught me to be courageous with the difficulties in my life, and to have hope with the things that are out of my control. Josh felt such high hope because of his mom and dad's motivating spirits. His brothers, Riley and Tyler, were his best friends. His family meant everything to him. I can remember my trips to California from Boston over the last 6 years. The greatest feeling was knowing that I would see my nephews during these visits. I stayed at Jen and John's place every time. In the mornings, generally around 6:30 a.m., Josh would run down the stairs and jump on me relentlessly until I woke. These mornings were among my happiest moments with Josh. During a visit in August 2006, I can remember Jenny, Josh, and I going to a health food store for special herbs, plant roots, fruits, and vegetables that would be eventually made into smoothies for Josh. When we got to the store, I grabbed a grocery cart. Josh jumped in and we were off. I was being so silly with him, actually acting more like a kid than he was, and encouraging the most ridiculously bad behavior. He was laughing so loudly as I flew with him down each of the grocery store aisles. This fun, super crazy exchange of laughter is what I hear whenever I think of Josh or see a picture of him. Tuesday morning, January 16th, I said my last goodbye to Josh. As I was heading out the front door to catch a flight back to Boston, Josh hurried to the living room calling, "Uncle Matt, Uncle Matt." I sat down on the couch and he jumped on my lap, clinging to me. In my heart, I think he knew that this was our last bit of time together. I held him so tight and I said, "I want to say goodbye to you. I love you so much, and it was awesome being your uncle. And it is awesome to be your uncle." I also asked Josh if he knew that everything was going to be all right. He nodded his head with an expression of assured certainty. This sense of certainty was just what I needed before I could leave. I am so thankful that I was given this moment with